Matt Gaetz, within this clip I'm about to show you, kind of talks about how every single committee should be turned into an oversight committee within Congress so that they can investigate everything under the sun. Now, the actual specifics of his idea is not necessarily the crazy part that I want to address. It's more so, it could be too, but he's going along with what we're hearing time and time again from so many Republican congressmen and women and senators who say, if Republicans get back in power, we're going to investigate the snot out of all of these things that are purely political. I'm great with oversight. I'm great with investigations. I'm not great with complete, stupid public show. They're all very public showy, but unimportant, conspiracy theory driven type investigations, which, for example, they want to investigate Dr. Fauci. Why do they want to investigate him? Because there's all these conspiracies about how he's going around trying to kill people, how he's the mastermind who's injecting everybody with bots or something. So that I don't support. So we'll take a look at him explaining this idea and then discuss further.
I have a vision that is specific for the Republican control of the House and divided government. We have to convert every single committee to an oversight committee. Yeah. And once we commit to that paradigm, then you could say, okay, you don't have to create like a select committee. You just assign, the Hunter Biden matter to foreign affairs. You assign vaccine injuries to the healthcare committees. You assign breaking up big tech to the Commerce Committee. You assign getting the wokeism out of our military to the Armed Services Committee. And, Jim Jordan and I started talking like this many months ago, and we've heard Kevin McCarthy really dovetail into that thinking quite nicely. So what was once kind of a radical, unprecedented perspective on how to utilize the majority now has become pretty
mainstream was the end of his sentence there. Yeah, so that is what Republicans are hoping for. If they can get control of the House of Representatives, it is going to be the biggest, most insane political show you've ever seen. And again, I'm not someone who says don't play politics. No, politics is the time to play politics. I mean, that makes no sense. What are you talking about? Or don't just do things for optics. Well, no, everything should be, driven by a deeper principle that is motivated and hopefully, we don't see this from so many politicians, but you wish was driven and motivated by an ambition to help their constituents and make their lives better and represent them well. But also they should be concerned with optics. Yes. Also, things that are very optically driven could be great. But these things, again, are damaging because they're only for the political show and they're spreading dangerous ideas and they're attempting to play up conspiracy theories like about vaccines, about, Hunter Biden's more complicated because there is not great stuff there. And I'll be the first to admit that. He's definitely has a very troubled life and has some weird kind of past experiences and stuff like that. And so is there some of the stuff they spread about him true? Yeah. Is it relevant to the governing of Joe Biden at the moment? No, not that I'm aware of. But again, if you want to investigate that, investigate it. But it's playing up this idea that there was this big corrupt working between Biden as vice president and Ukraine or something, which I think is not borne out in the evidence. But also, they want to investigate Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, what are we investigating Dr. Fauci for? So you can see this is the plan they have. And we hear this kind of talking point a lot about how this is going to be a time of investigations if the Republican Party wins the House. And that's why I would really implore people who are going to vote in the midterms to think about that. What are Democrats going to do if they, hold on to the House and Senate? Worst case scenario, nothing, not enough. Best case scenario, good things, good, impactful things, such as the Inflation Reduction Act, right? Or the infrastructure bill that was passed. What are Republicans going to do if they get control of the House? God forbid, both chambers. A long, drawn out, somewhat irrelevant and unimportant investigation into a bunch of different issues to play up conspiracies that spread online. That's a choice that you have. Vote the right people in office. I beg you.